Years ago, I had Kimberly and Nikki to come around the foundation to cut out articles that I thought that was important for us to have. Just a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I was upstairs, down in the closet, pulled out the great book, where in that book there was important articles that came out in the paper. Some of the articles that Nikki and Kim had done when they were down in elementary school or grade school or whatever it was, where they would come out and cut that. Then the Lord had it so that I was able to get some articles similar to some of the articles that they had cut out years ago, feeling and almost knowing that the Lord had given me this information to spread to you because it's so important. So important. But I don't want to think that there are somebody that I passed these articles to that probably hadn't taken time to read those articles yet. So I'm going to leave it into the hands of my oldest son, John, to tell you all how important it is for us to sit around the table to deal with the foundations of education, which is literacy. I'm so blessed to have Nikki, who has a master's degree, Kimberly, doctor's degree, Belitas, master's degree, others, with other degrees that you can't, that you can't.
That counts.
All of us have had some
Common sense is
degree
everything.
in certain kind of way. So they got experience that I've given them part plus what they have. And they can speak to you better than I can. So John, you lead off to tell these folks, this is important. This is important, one of the most important sessions that anybody can have as a family. Because we want you people to make good. You're not going to make good unless you do good. Be good. And have the necessary attitude to have if you want to have altitude. Attitude begins altitude, that's up. And that's what it's going to really take, John.
Well, I guess one of the things that we've always tried to stress as a family, as the Mary Walker Foundation, and as parents, and it was about the importance of education. And education is not just the institution, a college, school. It's applying yourself every day. Opening a book, picking up a book, learning things, and learning from other people. We realize from our study in history, and our family has embraced our history. That's why we feel a special connection, and we want all you never to be disconnected from your history. It's so important because no people, no race of people have come through what we have come through and yet survived to be here today to make the kind of contributions that we've made. It was almost be considered an impossibility to have ever happened. But it happened because people sacrificed, people persevered. And you always remember that if you're gonna, the only way somebody can make you a slave is to keep you ignorant. And that's how our people were able to stay in slavery so long, because people were able to keep them in ignorant for so long. But those who realized the strength and the power of education, learning how to read, like Frederick Douglass on that day when the mistress was teaching them how to read, and the master saw it and pulled her to the side and said, if you ever teach a nigga how to read, you will never be able to make a slave out of him. It's that power. He realized that day the power of education, the power of reading, and he probably the most famous, probably the greatest orator ever lived. He never went to college or anything, but his oratory was spellbound. And his leadership was phenomenal, especially in that day and time when they could kill a black man, nobody would even get charged for it. But there have been many more leaders like him. And you just come all the way up through history. Even Mary Walker talks about, even all through her life, even after 100 years, they talked about after learning how to read and write, those were the best years of her life. That she really felt free because she could read and she could write, and education. So never let anybody take it away from you. And spread it to your children. The power of education, the power of our history, the people, the brilliance and the genius that they have passed on to us is just a phenomenal gift. And I hate to see that our young people out there now throwing their lives away and shooting each other and killing each other because they don't know how valuable they are. And that's the reason they do that. They're killing each other because they have no value. They don't know the value that they have. But we are some of the most valuable, the most brilliant people in the world. And we should never forget that. That is our heritage. That is who we are. Thank you.